Everyone tells you to just start streaming, but then you realize your mic sounds like a toaster and your face cam looks so grainy that you look like a 2004 horror movie. What if you could fix both right out of the box? With premium gear, no fancy setup, no 30,000 rupee budget. Today we're going to be decoding if the KREO Kast mic and the Owl 4K webcam are actually the budget combo that all the creators have been waiting for. Spoiler, we're not here to sell you dreams. We're here to just break it down. The design, the specs, the real world performance. And whether we actually live up to the hype. Setting context, the market reality. Let's be real. Good streaming gear has been historically really painful in India. You look up a decent USB microphone, it can be anything between rupees 9,000 to rupees 60,000. And if you add another good 4K webcam, it'll be something between 15 to 20,000. Now you're not just burning a hole in your pocket, you're basically torching your wallet. The idea that we were building was simple. Make reliable, high-quality creator gear accessible. Gear that punches way above its price tag without cutting away corners. And that brings us to this. The KREO Kast mic and the Owl 4K webcam. Together priced under rupees 11,000. But how do they hold up when put to test? Let's start with the build. The Kast microphone comes with a full metal body. It weighs around 700 grams. And yes, you feel that heft the second you pick it up. No plasticky toy-like construction here. It's styled clean, professional, with matte finish that wouldn't look out of place even in a high-end studio setup. You've got the essentials right where you need them. A gain controller for quick adjustments, a mute button when life interrupts midstream, and a foam windscreen to save you from those popping P's and B's without needing an external pop filter. Now flipping to the Owl 4K webcam. And it is highly understated. Matte black finish, subtle branding, small touch, but it shows that someone was thinking about the real world use. Inside, it's got Sony IMX sensor. The same family of sensors you find in many mid-range smartphone cameras. Paired with a 6-layer glass lens and an f2.2 aperture. Translation, sharper images, better low-light capture, less graininess. Let's talk about the KREO Kast. It's a dynamic microphone with a cardioid polar pattern, meaning it picks up sound from the front and minimizes all the background noise. The frequency response ranges from 70 Hz to 15 kHz. Tuned perfectly for voice clarity. It comes with a USB-C port for plug and play and XLR for professional audio setups. The signal to noise ratio is 78 decibels. Low enough that you don't get that annoying hiss even if your room is in a padded studio. Now let's come to the Owl 4K webcam. As clear by the name, it's a 4K webcam. It records 4K at 25 frames per second and 1080p at 30 frames per second. It's got a wide field of view, 77 degrees to be a bit specific. Wide enough to get you and a little bit of your space. Not so wide that you end up looking really tiny. And it's got dual microphones. Noise cancelling digital mics built in. Specs are cool, but how does all this actually play out when you hit record? Starting with audio. The Kast isn't your typical condenser mic. It's dynamic. Why does that matter? Because dynamic mics are more forgiving. You don't need a silent studio to sound good. This mic is designed to capture your voice cleanly while filtering out the chaos. Ceiling fans, keyboards, random dogs outside barking, all kept to a minimum. It's warm, clear, and surprisingly very rich, right out of the box. Plug it in, fire up OBS, Zoom, Discord. You will immediately notice the upgrade from your laptop mic, or those basic USB condenser mics that sound thin and hissy. What's extra neat? Dual connectivity and go semi-pro. Most budget microphones do not give you that kind of upgrade path. Now onto the video. The Owl 4K does what most webcams at double the price struggle with. Staying sharp, handling low light, and not completely freaking out every time you even move an inch. Autofocus is snap. Hold something up to the lens, it refocuses in a snap. Move around a bit, it keeps you in focus without that hunting back and forth. And the image at 4K is super crisp. You see every single detail. Great if you want that sharp professional look. If you considered a more forgiving resolution, drop to 1080p and it'll still look clear than most built-in laptop cams. Honestly, all. Low light performance is surprisingly decent thanks to that f2.2 aperture and the Sony sensor inside. Even in dim room, it manages to keep your face lit without drowning in noise. Is it perfect? No webcam really is. You're capped at 25 FPS at 4K. But But unless you're trying to stream Call of Duty at hyperspeed face cam mode, 25 to 30 FPS is fine for most podcasts, meetings and streams as well. So who actually benefits from this combo? If you are a gamer, this setup will have your face cam looking clean and your voice cutting through the game sounds. No potato cams, no robotic headset if you are a podcaster. The Kast gives you that rich radio presenter sound without needing a soundproof booth and a 25,000 mic. If you are on Zoom calls all day, no more am I blurry complaints. If you are a YouTuber, content creator or educator, the Owl 4K gives you a crisp feel that doesn't scream laptop webcam energy. Beginner friendly enough for your first setup, feature rich enough to be in your travel kit. Now, price. Rupees 4,949 for the KREO Kast mic and Rupees 5,999 for the Owl 4K webcam. That is around 10,948 rupees. Compare that to your usual suspects, which is present on your screen, because we're not going to be naming any other brands. That's easily around 25,000 to 30,000 for any other brand setup. This offering that we're giving comes in at less than half the price. Also, very important point that I have not mentioned before is that the Kast comes in 3 different colors. So there's this iconic purple, there's also black, and there is a white as well. And we also throw in a 400-day warranty, more than a year, by 45 days. That's more than a month. 15 days. That's more than 2 weeks by 1 day. And that's more than an hour by 23 hours. So if something goes wrong, you won't need to ship it halfway across the world because we do it right here in Bangalore. And if you have clicked this part by clicking on chapters, you're here for the giveaway now. Now let's get down to the rules of the giveaway. Also, I really hope you actually saw through all the specs and the details of this beauty. And that also. To win the giveaway, all you need to do is drop a comment below with hashtag KREO Owl. And number 2, do not forget to subscribe to our channel KREO Sphere. This giveaway will run till we hit 10,000 subscribers. So the minute we hit the 10,000th subscriber, we will declare the winner. So keep subscribing away, guys. Okay, see you, bye.